Yo, what's up, everybody? It's all good here. This is going to be my wall bouncing tutorial. I'm going to be showing you guys some basics on how to wall bounce and give you guys some tips on what I do when I wall bounce, and show you guys my settings on my controller so that maybe you guys could get a little better or use it more effectively. So I hope this helps you guys out a lot, and let's just get started. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is my controller settings. Um, when you wall bounce, or at least when I wall bounce, the best way to be able to get your camera to turn fast or to turn around faster is obviously to turn up your sensitivity. Prior to the update, my sensitivity were at 20. Everything was 20, which was basically maxed out. But after the update, I tried 30, but that was like too crazy for me. So I brought it down to 25. So I feel comfortable with 25. Um, Another thing that I probably do different than most of you, I turn my vibration off. I don't like to feel my controller moving while I'm pressing all these buttons. I think it just makes things a little more complicated. So yeah, I choose to play with it off. My sticks are default, my triggers default, and then my control scheme. I know that there's like a wall bouncing control scheme, which that would be this one, alternate. But yeah, I definitely do not use that. I've been using the regular control scheme since Gears 1 to wall bounce, so that's what I'm used to. And I personally think that it's better that way. So yeah, these are my control settings. You guys could try them out, see if it works out for you, but this is what definitely works out for me. So yeah, that's pretty much for your controller settings. All right, the next thing I want to go over is wall bouncing, sliding in and out of cover. This is probably the part where most of you would say, okay, this is probably going to be the hardest part. It's pretty difficult, but obviously some practice will get you better. But I still don't think it's the hardest part. I'd say shooting while wall bouncing and having a good shot while you wall bounce is the hardest part. And that's what we'll go over next. But for now, let's just go over the basics of wall bouncing right here. All right, so everyone already knows that when you obviously look at this wall and I click A, I'm going to slide into it like this, right? Okay, and if I look at this wall, I'm going to slide into it like this after I click A. And if you look into this wall and then look into this wall and click A, I think I just wall bounced, didn't I? Alright, so basically what you want to do when you wall bounce is look at where you're going. You want to look at the wall that you want to slide into, and you want to click up A. As you are sliding into this wall while clicking up A, you want to be already with your right thumbstick turning towards the next wall that you'd like to go to. And with your left thumbstick, what you want to do is click up towards the wall that you want to go to next and click A. So it would look like this. I'm not going to actually do it, but I'm going to try to walk it through. I'd click up A, be turning my camera, click up A again, and I'd bounce to this wall. So up A, turn my camera up A. That was a wall bounce right there. And if you click up A, stick, turn camera up A, stick, turn camera up A, stick, then you'll do what you guys you know, call wall bouncing or whatever, but like that, you know what I'm saying? It just takes it takes a lot of practice to get it, but it's very simple. This Gears of War 3 they made it real simple. Wall bouncing is real simple. They made the wall canceling and all that help you out a lot. So just practice this. Just practice, you know, looking at the wall you want to go to. You click up A. As you're coming to the wall, if I'm going to stick to this wall, I already know that this wall is here. I already know that if I'm going to wall bounce, I'm going to stick to this wall and then to this wall. So I already know which way I'm going to after I'm already sliding into this one. So as I'm sliding into this one, after my guy's making the move to slide into it, I want to be looking, turning my right thumbstick back towards the next wall. And then you want to click up A again. And then likewise for this wall, up A towards this wall. Then you can up A towards this wall. Then up A towards this wall. And then you'd wall bounce like crazy, like a maniac. So let me try to run that through one successful time real quick. So up A, 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 up A. See, that's what that would look like. So yeah, that's pretty much the basic for that, you know. If you want to slide into this wall, you want to click down to come off the wall. Coming off the wall is probably like one of the hardest things while you're in a shotgun battle for those that are learning a wall bounce. But you always want to click to the direction that's away from the wall. So you want to click in this situation, you want to click left. That's away from the wall. In this situation, you'd click right. In this situation, you'd click up. And in this one, you'd click down. So you always want to turn your left thumbstick away from the wall at whatever angle you're sticking to it from. So yeah, that pretty much covers the basics of how to come off and off the walls. I mean, on and off, my bad. All right, so the next thing I want to go over is rather to hard aim or blind fire while you wall bounce. Personally, and I think logically, you'd want to blind fire because even though, yeah, you're going to get a more concentrated shot or it's easier for you to know you hit your opponent when you hard aim, the thing is that when you wall bounce, you don't want to stop. And I know you're going to say, oh, maybe you don't have to stop the hard aim. Trust me, for that 1 second that you click that L button, you stopped or you slowed down. And that will either make you an easy target or it'll just slow you down. It'll knock you off that quick wall bouncing and, you know, that quick wall bouncing momentum that you have. So I'd say go with blind fire. You know, you don't want to be wall bouncing and then have to stop to hard aim. You know what I'm saying? Or just slow down the hard aim because you don't really have to come to a complete stop. You want to be able to bounce into a wall, come off, shoot, and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have to stop to shoot your opponent. It might take a little more time to get better or to get a better shot while you wall bounce, but definitely when you get the hang of blind fire while you wall bounce, you'll be a way better wall bouncer. Trust me, you will be a way better wall bouncer. So yeah, just go with the blind fire, work on your blind fire, and trust me, it'll work out for you. And also, I'm not saying not to do this at all, not to hard aim at all, because it all depends. Everything varies. What situation you're in, rather you're red, rather you're about to die, rather your opponent's about to die. Like if I plant 2 shots on this guy and I know he's about to go down, then I'll just take the time to make sure I'm gonna hit him for sure. So I'll go with the hard aim. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to just run into him now and start a hard aim. You know, you want to soften him up first. You know, maybe hit him a couple of times or whatever. But you definitely want to go with the blind fire. So yeah, that covers that. Definitely blind fire while you're wall bouncing. And obviously, in some situations, you might have to hard aim, but for the fact, blind fire is definitely help you out more in a wall bouncing situation. All right, so the last thing I want to go over is wall bouncing, shooting, or shooting while you wall bounce. Um, Basically, what you want to do is after you've worked on your wall bouncing and also your blind fire or your hard aim, whatever works best for you. What you want to do is like when do you stop bouncing or when do you shoot? It all depends. Everything's always going to depend who like how what type of opponent you're facing. Whether he has a sawed off, whether he has a retro, whether he has a lancer or a nasher. It all depends, you know what I'm saying? You're always going to get put in different situations, and that's where you're going to have to, you know, make up your mind and see how you're going to face this opponent. But basically, the basic of when you shoot and when you bounce is you want to shoot and bounce. Because if you shoot from here, this is exactly where your opponent is going to shoot back at you. So you want to put your shot in, then bounce. And when he shoots to that position where you were just standing at, where you shot him from, while he's shooting there, you're coming off this wall, and that's when you body him. So it's pretty simple, you know. That's what wall bouncing is for. You become a harder target, and you get to land your shots. It's like basically almost like a hit and run sort of. You shoot, bounce. When you bounce, he's shooting here. So after he took his shot, he has to wait for his character to cock his shotgun back up, and that's when you body him. Another thing you want to listen for also is the noise your shotgun makes after you shoot. That last sound where it goes like, you always want to make sure if you're shooting, you want to make sure that before you actually get in position to shoot again, that your shotgun already made that noise, because you cannot shoot your shotgun until your shotgun makes that noise. I've been in positions where I'm shooting and I'm about to kill him. I know he's gonna die, and I do my wall bounce so quick that by the time I get here, my shotgun still hasn't made that noise. I click my R button and roll, but I never shot because my gun wasn't ready to shoot, so I end up getting bodied. And yeah, and then I fucking rage quit. So yeah, that's basically that. What else? Actives. Man, fuck what people say. You always want to get actives. I'm not, and I'm not saying pre-active. You see, pre-active is what separates the pre-active nubs from the just regular pre-actives. If I pre-active and then come shotgun battle you, yeah, that's nub shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a shotgun battle and you waste your ammo and it's time to reload and you're still in a shotgun battle, you better active that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and as far as like not downing them from far, you always want to try to get as close as possible to them and then shoot, because you want to body them. You don't want to be in like, oh, you know, I'm about to down you, whatever. No, you want to just, you know, body them. You want to get as close to them as possible, using wall bounce so that you don't get hit on the way there. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much it. If I'm gonna put some clips on here probably after this wall bouncing and shooting demonstration, and I'll probably give some examples of situations that I've been put in from my other montages, and you know, kind of explain to you what's going on there. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, you know, I do this to help you guys out. So if you guys have any questions, I know it's kind of boring, but it's a tutorial. It can't get, you know, it can't be any exciting. If you have any questions, you could either send me a message on YouTube, send me a friend request on Xbox Live, and you know, I could either improve my my tutorial, probably put a better one out, or you know, just probably edit this one and fix it up. But whatever you guys want, you guys let me know, and I'll try to help you guys out as best as I can. So yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate for you guys watching, and please do not forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and like, please. And if you guys have anything, any questions, any requests, any video requests, just let me know. If you guys ever want to play, send me an invite. I'm always down to play. I'm not a fucking, you know, just send me an invite. I'll be down to play with you guys. So thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it, and peace out.